that. Should we go? Should we go? 1 minute.
Oh, yay.
All right. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, yeah.
We open our minds and our hearts to spirit. We open our minds and our hearts to love. We open our minds and our hearts to oneness. We open our hearts to love. We open our minds and our hearts to spirit. We open our minds and our hearts to love. We open our minds and our hearts to oneness. We open our hearts to love. We are here in a sacred place to come together as one, to sing and pray and meditate and hear the message of love. And we need to stay open in spirit and stay in touch with the love that we are. All through the week and every moment, singing peace and joy to every heart. We open our minds and our hearts to spirit. We open our minds and our hearts to love. We open our minds and our hearts to oneness. We open our hearts to love. We open our minds and our hearts to spirit. We open our minds and our hearts to
We
love.
open our
We open
hearts.
our minds and our hearts to oneness. We open our hearts to love. We open our minds and our hearts to spirit. We open our minds and our hearts to
We
love.
open our hearts.
And our hearts to oneness. We open our hearts to love.
We open our hearts to love.
Open our hearts to love.
Open our hearts.
We open our hearts to love. We open our minds and our hearts and spirit.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Aloha.
Aloha.
Hey,
Aloha.
oh my. And welcome to Unity Church of Hawaii, where we open our minds and our hearts to spirit. We're so happy that you decided to join us this morning. We now invite you to please stand as you are able, and let's get in touch with our inner light.
A 1, a 2, a 1, 2.
This inner light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This inner light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This inner light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Shine it all over the world. I'm gonna let it shine. Shine it all over the world. I'm gonna let it shine. Shine it all over the world. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Hide it under a
Good morning. Let your little light, inner light, shine with me today, yes? And I want to let you know, in case you weren't aware, that first opening song, Open Your Heart, that's a Dan Del Negro original composition. Give our Dan and the band some love this morning. Absolutely. I'm Reverend Margie Hyatt. It's my joy to welcome you all to Unity Church of Hawaii this morning, where, centered in God, we elevate global consciousness through the realization of oneness. Unity is a spiritual, educational, and healing movement that was founded more than 100 years ago on the power of prayer. The power of prayer that heals and transforms our lives. Now, we can come to church and translate what's going on in our life to feeling better when we leave, or both and, we can take the principles that we learn here and transform our lives. And for me, the biggest game changer that unity delivers is that each of us is created in the spirit, the energy, the likeness of God. That which created the universe created me. Put your hand on your heart and repeat after me. That which created the universe created me. I am a magnificent creation of life, love, and wholeness. And so it is. And so we let it be. And so this morning, as we begin celebrating life, translational and transformational, I invite you to stand and greet one another in that spirit of life, love, wholeness. Here we call it the spirit of aloha.
Don't sit down. We'd like for you to please remain standing as you are able. We're going to sing about celebrating. We're going to celebrate. There's a light inside of us all, and I don't know if you know there's a light that is so bright. I just thought I'd tell you.
There
Thank you. And we want to welcome you here this morning. I'm Reverend Tim Lytle, a senior minister here at Unity Church of Hawaii. And we welcome you. And if this is your first time here or first time since I have been here, we especially want to give you a warm welcome. So if this is your first time here or first time since I've been here, we have some gifts for you. So if you would stand where you are, we'll bring you the kukui nut lei and a packet of information. Thank you. From Maui, from Minnesota. Yeah, Maui and Minnesota. All right. So good to have you all here. Thank you for joining us today. We want to give a blessing to all of these wonderful people. So, as we get that energy going, extend your hands, please, to these wonderful people. Repeat after me. We bless you.
We bless you.
We recognize who you really are.
We recognize who you really are.
You are the love and light of God.
You are the love and light of God.
Here on this planet. To do amazing things. And we are here to support you. We are here to love you. And we are here to celebrate you. Welcome to Unity. Let's give them some love. Thank you. Thanks for being here. And after the service, inside that packet, there is a free breakfast pass. So any of you who received this packet, there is a free breakfast pass waiting for you right down here in the courtyard as our thank you for being with us. So if you see someone wearing the kukui nut lei, make sure that they get to the front of the line and give them a warm welcome. And we welcome all of those who are live streaming. We have people from all over the world who are live streaming. So let's give them a big shaka. We're so grateful that you're watching us on our website or on Alelo Television or on our YouTube channel or listening to us on KSUN Radio in Wichita, Kansas. And so we know that wherever you are, all of God is, all the presence, power, peace that God is completely and fully present right where you are. And so we know we are one ohana, we are one family. We are in this together, and we know with you the highest and best in your life. Let's give them some love this morning. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. And helping us today on the platform is Reverend Margie Hyatt, and doing our daily word and meditation is religious science practitioner Cindy Hensley. Let's give them a hand. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Tim. Do you have your bulletin, otherwise known as your passport and roadmap to all things Unity this week? I want to highlight a couple of things for you coming up. After service today from 1 to 3 o'clock, newly minted licensed teacher Eric Belair, who's visiting Hawaii, returning home for a visit, is going to give us a sound meditation workshop this afternoon. Eric brings in singing bowls, native flute. I'm not sure, he might even have a gong with him today. It will be an experience of deepening your connection to spirit, the awareness of that within you. So join us at 1 o'clock. And this week, on Monday evening, you have the chance to expand your spiritual awakening with visioning with Cindy Hensley. Now, you can do this in the comfort of your own home. Don't you love to be at home online in your jammies? Just comfortable doing important spiritual work. Well, that's the experience you can have Monday evening. The dial-in information is right here in your bulletin, and Cindy will take you through the journey of awareness of your own inner knowing, the deep intuition that you hold within you, guiding your next steps. And then now, buckle up, because this is the announcement coming from our board president, Joanne Adams, about Makahiki's events this coming week. Joanne.
Hear ye, hear ye. This is the last call. This is the last Sunday to buy tickets for the Makahiki. Why? Because next Sunday it's over. Okay? Saturday night is the big gala affair. Please buy your tickets today down at Connection Central. There's a big flyer in your program, so it has all the details. I don't have to go into the details. That's good because they'll bring me the hook. Okay, now, wait. We have a few things to announce that just happened last week. This past October 10th, which was Wednesday, I think, we turned 81. We don't look a day over 30, don't you think? Okay. We turn 81. I have a cake. We have a cake that we've bought, and it'll be out there to the side. Please come get yourself a piece of cake after the meeting to celebrate our 81st birthday. And in terms of the 81st, if you find that you can't make it that day, think about buying tickets anyway as helping hand tickets. We do have a few people who would love to come who can't afford it. So if you'd like to give a helping hand ticket to someone else, let us know. If you are a person who would like a ticket as a helping hand and you're willing to volunteer during the night of the event, please see me and we'll hook up the tickets with the people that want to work. And then also we need just helping hands in the plural in general for setup and takedown and serving during the event. So please see me about that and we'll get you hooked up for that. I look forward to seeing you down in Connection Central. And next Saturday. Oh, picnic. Where's the picnic princess? She was just up here in another role. Fabulous picnic yesterday. Thanks to Cindy. I left my presentation at home, but imagine all these wonderful names of people who helped out. There must be at least 15 or 20 of them. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Joanne.
Let's now sing We Are One. Are going on in our world. I've been in prayer for Indonesia. That was hundreds of people have died, earthquake and tsunami. Also, I've been in prayer for our southern states that have been hit so hard by the hurricane, and many people have lost their homes and some people have died. And there's just so much going on in our world. And we know that we are all one. What affects one affects us all. So I invite you to take a deep breath. If you wish, close your eyes or relax your gaze. Right now we know that there is only one presence and one power. Right where we are, this presence is in its fullness. Because we are the outliving of this presence. Right where we are, there is only God. And so right where we are, there is peace, there is wholeness, there is guidance. And we know with all of those people in our southern states, in Indonesia, in all the areas of the world, we know that all that is needed is fully and readily available. We hold all of those who are grieving there, those who are grieving here, knowing that our loved ones who have passed are still with us. They are in that presence, that light, that love that is God. And they are sending us their love. They are sending us their blessings. Let us go into a moment of silence as we lift the requests and intentions of our hearts. Spirit of God, we know we are in your presence, that there is no separation, that we are one. We rejoice in knowing that we are always in the presence and that this service is anointed to reach us right at the point of our need. And for this we give thanks. And together we say, and so it is. Amen.
And so it is. Good morning. Our daily word this day is prosperity. And our affirmation reads, I am grateful for the many ways prosperity expresses in my life. Let's speak this statement of truth together. I am grateful for the many ways prosperity expresses in my life. The reading continues. My prospering thoughts find expression in my life in many ways. I enjoy an abundance of love, peace, health, and happiness. And I pause regularly each day to appreciate my many blessings. The same blessings express whenever I focus my creative thinking on my finances. No matter what my ego mind may insist, I know that I have nothing to fear. I am one with the divine mind, and fear has no place in my consciousness. I am guided quickly and easily to choices that will lead to financial prosperity in my life. In quiet moments of meditation throughout the day, I appreciate the ways in which my life is prospered now, and I call upon my gratitude to gently dissolve any sense of lack that I may perceive. And today's scripture is from 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 6, and it reads, The point is this, the one who sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and the one who sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. Let's say our affirmation one more time together. I am grateful for the many ways prosperity expresses in my life. And now, friends, I invite you in the stillness of your space to simply lower your eyes if that feels comfortable to you. To take a breath with me, breathing in and exhaling. And how good it is to know that it is truly the breath of God, the breath of Spirit that breathes us in this now moment and in every now moment. I invite you to open up your hearts a little bit wider in this moment and to recognize the prosperity that is the truth of who we are, each one of us, individually and collectively. And friends, it isn't the prosperity of how much money is in our bank or how many likes we get on Facebook. It truly is the consciousness prosperity that we live and that gives to us and that is the truth of who we are. It is the consciousness that says we have enough. We are enough. It is the consciousness prosperity that heals any sense of lack and separation. It is the consciousness prosperity that brings us together as one nation, united in love. And so, friends, feeling into that consciousness prosperity, let's sit in the silence and Let love wash over us. And we take a breath, breathing in, feeling that energy of love and light fill our body temple, fill our lives, knowing fully and wholly that we are one in spirit, one in God, one with one another. And so, friends, we go forward this day and we share and we shine that light. We share and we shine that prosperity consciousness. It's not ours to hang on to ourselves. It's meant to share and shine forward. So we don't take today's service and go home and lock it on the bookshelf. We go home and we unwrap it and we share it out into the world with vibrancy, with zeal, because this is the month, friends. This is the month of zeal and enthusiasm. And so it is with grace and with gratitude and with enthusiasm that together we simply can say, and so it is. Amen.
Beloved one who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive our debts as we forgive each other, and so forgive ourselves. Leave us not in trials of trial, deliver us from fear. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory. Let all the people say amen. In every tribe and tongue, let every soul in song rejoice to see the kingdom come. Let every hope and every dream be born in us again. Let all the world sing with one voice. Let the people say amen. All the people say amen. In every tribe and tongue, let every soul in song rejoice to see the kingdom come. Every hope, every dream, born in us again. All the world sing with one voice. Let the people say amen, amen,
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look around and everything you see is merely an outpicturing of what's going on inside your consciousness. If you don't like what you see, change your mind and your belief. Keep what's working for you and throw out the rest. 'Cause easy's the other side of tough, smooth is the other side of rough, down is just the other side of up. And it's all the same stuff. Since God is all there is, you see, what else could anything else be? It's all the same stuff. And you can recharge anytime you want. I'm not trying to get mystical, scientific or psychological. I'm just stating the plain and simple case. Whatever we think most about seems to always come about and end up staring us right in the face. Now easy's the other side of tough, smooth's the other side of rough, and down is just the other side of up. And it's all the same stuff. Since God is all there is, you see, what else could anything else be? It's all the same stuff. And you can rearrange it any way you want. Kevin Harasa on the guitar. Thank you. Eddie Watkins Jr. song.
All right. Danny Del Negro, Kevin on guitar, Dean and Garen. Yeah. Oh, wow. Big stuff. Today we're looking at the spiritual Big Bang. You've heard of the Big Bang, right? Like the theory that originally, at least the birth of this universe was all the size of about a baseball or a softball. All the matter was incredibly densely compact, and then, boom, blew up into this big, ever-expanding galaxy. Whether you subscribe to that theory or not, what we know in unity is that all things that happen in physicality, all things that are manifested, first begin in consciousness. Everything first begins in consciousness. So, if you want to shift what is happening in your life, the place to start is in consciousness. Many people try to start with effect. Many people start with what they see on the outside, thinking that is the problem. The effect is something that was caused by consciousness. So if we want to create a shift, we first create a shift in consciousness. Now, this is basic metaphysics. This is the prerequisite to Metaphysics 101. This is the basic unity teaching. This is the basic teaching of religious science. This is the basic teaching of any school of metaphysics. If you don't get this point, then I you might be wasting your time. Everything first starts in consciousness. So, if we want to treat something, if we want to shift something, we first need to shift it in consciousness. That's why Jesus said in the Gospel of John, judge not according to appearance. That is, judge not according to what you're seeing on the outside. Rather, judge with righteous judgment. That is, build upon spiritual principle. Build upon truth. Build upon that which is absolute. And again, that is what we teach in unity. And that's what the Fillmores taught. So, in Mysteries of Genesis by Charles Fillmore, one of the co-founders of the unity movement, Charles Fillmore talks about how at one time we were all one. We were all in this amazing love, life, unity of God, that there was no separation. And then we began to get into the ego and began to separate from one another in our consciousness, even though we are truly only one. And we got more and more lost in the illusion of separation. And then physicality appeared. The physical manifestation, according to Charles Fillmore, did not occur until it first occurred in consciousness. You may not know that's basic unity teaching. That's why I'm here. So, Mysteries of Genesis, he talks about it first begins in consciousness. Years ago, my wife came to me and said, oh, Liana is her Russian mom, Hanai mom. We have a Russian mom that lives in Wichita. And so Olga Lucia, yeah, that's another story. Liana and Olga Lucia wanted me to come to this special class. I wasn't interested because I've gone to so many classes. Olga Lucia said, you've got to come to this class. Well, what's it about? Well, there's a rabbi, and he's teaching about Kabbalah. And it's free. This first session is free, and so we'd like you to come. And so hesitantly, upon my wife's insistence, I came. Remember? And so after the first 1 or 2 sessions, my wife and Liana dropped out. I, on the other hand, became enrolled in the Hebraic School of Judaism for the next 5.5 years. Thank you. And I took every class on Kabbalah that was offered, and I took Torah classes and other classes for 5.5 years. So I deeply immersed myself in Kabbalah. Kabbalah is based on the Hebrew Scriptures and is a form of metaphysics that was studied in ancient Judaism. Now, the concepts are in many ways similar to what unity teaches and in terms of what Charles Fillmore taught. I want to give you the basics. Okay? Can we dim those lights? Thank you. A little, dim them a little. There we go. Yeah, and I want to thank Diana Thomas, who always does such a wonderful job with our slides. Let's give her a hand. Thank you. Okay, the Ein Sof. Let's say that together. Ein Sof. That means the timeless, the endless. When we were all in absolute oneness, love and bliss. That's where we all came from. We all came from this sense of oneness. Now, just do a check. Is there a sense of oneness within you? Is there a sense of that which knows that you're intimately connected with each and every person, with each and every living thing? Is there that within you that somehow knows that we are never disconnected from God, that we are always one with God, that we are never separate, that we come from this infinite substance that can never be denied us, that there is infinite supply from which we live, move, and have our being? Is there that within you that tells you that we are more than just this physical being, just struggling, but we are the presence of God expressing? Do you have that within you? Oh, good. Woo! Feel like my work is done. Okay, that is the Ein Sof. In Kabbalah, it's called the Ein Sof. It is that which is that oneness, that connection that expresses as each and every one of us. So you can see why when I was in Kabbalah class, I'm like, I remember the Ein Sof. And all the Jewish students are looking at me like, what? And that's when the rabbi, and I want to give my thanks to my teacher, Rabbi Dr. Nissim Wernick. And he said this, and it didn't, and if any of you here are Jewish, it's just what Rabbi Nissim said. And the students there didn't like it, but he often said things they didn't like. He said, well, you see, our Christian brothers and sisters tend to get this much more quickly than we do. Then they really didn't like me. No, honestly, we got along very well. So the Ein Sof, and in Kabbalah, God is typically referred to as the light. And the light, the nature of the light is to always give, is to always share. Have you ever experienced the joy of giving? Like when you give to someone, you actually feel better than you felt before? You know? Have you experienced that? Now there's some people, there's a few people who do not experience the joy of giving. They want to hold everything to themselves. Rabbi Nissim Wernick says that's the consciousness of Satan. Satan. Keeping everything for ourselves, not wanting to share, not wanting to give. Yeah, Satan, Satan. But in Kabbalah, it's seen as a consciousness, not as an entity. Whereas the nature of the light is to share, is to give. So this divine presence, the light, wanted to share, wanted to give. Well, who am I going to give to? Who am I going to share with? And so what was created is what's called the vessel. The vessel, which was all of us, all in oneness, receiving endlessly this infinite love and light and presence. I remember it. I can feel it still. But as we were receiving this, we were receiving the nature of the light. And what is the nature of the light? God, love, and to share. It's like we didn't have anyone to share with. Just like the light needed to create the vessel. And so there was a dilemma. Oh, this is wonderful. We love this love. We love this light. How do we share it? Because we were taking on the nature. And this is the Kabbalah creation story. How many people have heard the Kabbalah creation story before? Wow. Thank you, Greg. Cool. All right. So it's called the bread of shame. That's kind of a negative sounding name. But the bread of shame wanting to share rather than only receive, and the sense that, oh, wow, we have all this love and this light. And this part of the theory I debate. I'm not sure about it. But in Kabbalah, it's taught that there was this sense that we somehow need to earn this. And so there came a point where, in Kabbalah thinking, we were so full of love and light, we said, stop. Now, how would you pronounce T-Z-I-M-T-Z-U-M? Zim-zoom. Perfect. Thank you. You get an A. The Zim-zoom, which is the spiritual Big Bang. Again, this all happened in consciousness. Whoops, sorry. This all happened, before there was any physicality. And so the Zim-zoom was when we went, boo, and split off into billions of pieces. Knowing that we are all one, that we're all interconnected, and we're all doing some sense of grieving, wanting to come back to that sense of oneness. So when I see somebody that's hurt, someone who is mistreated, someone who suffers, my heart hurts because I'm in touch with the oneness. I'm in touch with the Ein Sof. And I would ask you, if you are not affected by what happens to others, if you are not concerned about equality and social justice, are you in touch with oneness? Just want that to ruminate inside you. Because we're all one. We're wanting to go back to that oneness. We're wanting to go back. And so our tikkun mean literally, these are Hebrew terms. Tikkun means correction, or what we are here to do. What is it that we are here to do? 81 years ago, this last week, marked 81 years ago, was when Reverend Marie Handley came from Unity Village to help with the creation of what is now called Unity Church of Hawaii. We are celebrating that. We are celebrating what we are here to do. From our bylaws, our mission statement is, the mission of Unity Church of Hawaii shall be to teach and practice the universal principles of truth as taught and demonstrated by Jesus Christ and other spiritual masters. Then the agreed upon mission in our bulletin, Unity Church of Hawaii fosters personal transformation, creative relationships, compassionate sacred service. Our vision is centered in God. We elevate global consciousness through the realization of oneness. As you can see from this, we are here based in that same thinking that we are all one, that we are here to awaken. We have been mesmerized, hypnotized, thinking that we are separate, thinking that we are against one another, thinking we've got to fight, we've got to win, instead of realizing the truth that we are divine, that we are one, that we are here to establish oneness and awaken to that and stop grumbling and complaining. And no, I'm always talking to myself when I speak. But this is the thing we get lost in. We get lost in this sense of separation. We get lost in this material conditioning. We get lost in the programming and the machinations of our mind that have been instilled in us about not good enough, separation. Instead of realizing our oneness, centered in God, we elevate global consciousness through the realization of oneness. We're here to treat our consciousness churches as ours need good business principles, need good leadership, need good business practices and financial management. However, that is a means to an end. That is not the end in and of itself. Our primary purpose and mission is spiritual in nature. It is personal transformation. It is to teach universal spiritual principles. It is awakening. That is why we are here. And everything that happens here needs to lead and be subservient to that mission. So, as we look at our 81st anniversary, and as we are so grateful for all that God has done here, this church is not done. There is much more to do. And what we do needs to be centered around our mission, needs to be centered around our universal principles. And what we do individually. We're not here to just live the material life. We are here to help bring about awakening. I am so grateful for Olga Lucia. I mean, just a few minutes ago, she helped me to realize something I needed to awaken to. We're here to help each other to wake up, to not just be mesmerized and hypnotized and follow the material conditioning, but to wake up into the greatness and the oneness that we are. We're not here to be mediocre. We're not here to fade into the woodwork. We are here to express God. Now, the power of the month is what? Zeal. When we know who we are, then zeal comes forth. It can't help it because it's the nature and the presence of God to have that divine energy to come forth or spring forth mightily to do that which is ours to do. That's right. So the spiritual Big Bang, what are we here to make a bang about? It first happens in consciousness. We are here in consciousness to express something that touches our entire world. Let's do this together. Aloha.
It's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new day right now. It's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new day, a brand new day right now. You got your body, your eyes, your ears, and your mind. You've got your mind, your thoughts, your dreams, and your fears. It's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new day, a brand new day right now. You've got your pride, but don't let it get in your way. You've got your past, but it ain't who you are today. You've got your soul, a beautiful soul. It's mighty, you get to choose. Shine your loving light, you got nothing to lose. It's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new day right now. It's a new day. stalkers just before dawn. So quit all your fussing and carrying on. It's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new day right now. It's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new day, brand new day right now. It's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new day right now. It's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new day, a brand new day right now.
Yeah, thank you, Danny.
Thank you, mahalo.
All right. So as we prepare to share, to give, if you would take your offering, place it over your heart or between your hands. Repeat after me. I give my offering, in the consciousness of oneness, of gratitude and joy. And so it is. Amen.
One, two, three.
Well, I'm walking
with the Spirit,
and I'm talking
to the Spirit.
I'm learning
The Spirit,
and I'm turning
to the Spirit.
and I'm growing
Growing in the Spirit,
and it's showing.
the Spirit.
I'm walking with the Spirit in front of me. I'm walking
Walking with the Spirit,
and I'm talking
to the Spirit.
I'm learning
The Spirit,
and I'm turning
to the Spirit.
I'm growing
Growing in the Spirit,
and it's showing.
the Spirit.
I'm walking with the Spirit in front of me. When I find myself in one of those situations that's leading to some kind of drama or confrontation, I go within and get plugged in to my friend before it's too late. I put the Spirit in front of me to make those crooked places straight. And I'm walking
In the Spirit,
and I'm talking
to the Spirit.
I'm learning
The Spirit,
I'm turning
the Spirit.
I'm growing
Growing in the Spirit,
and it's showing up, it's showing. I'm walking with the Spirit in front of me. When I find myself in one of those situations that's leading to some kind of drama or confrontation, I go within and get plugged in to my friend before it's too late. I put the Spirit in front of me to make those crooked places straight. I'm walking
in the Spirit,
I'm talking
to the Spirit.
I'm learning
The Spirit,
and I'm turning
the Spirit.
I'm growing
Growing in the Spirit,
and it's showing.
Spirit.
I'm walking with the Spirit in front of me.
I'm walking with the Spirit.
Walking with the Spirit in front of me. I'm walking
with the Spirit,
and I'm talking
to the Spirit.
I'm learning.
The Spirit,
Said I'm turning.
to the Spirit.
I'm growing.
Growing in the Spirit,
And it's showing up, it's showing. I'm walking with the Spirit in front of me.
Thank you. Got some Eddie Watkins Jr. songs going on today. So as we extend our hands to this offering, we bless this offering in the consciousness, knowing it represents infinite substance, of which there is never any lack or limitation, circulating the divine good of our lives, knowing we are the light of the world, that we go forth from here to be the light of the world. We are here to create something amazing. We are here to be the light. And so it is. Amen. All right. Thank you. We have some amazing prayer chaplains who are here to know the truth with you. You might be grateful for something and just want a prayer of gratitude. You may have some request on your heart and need someone to help you to align in truth. These wonderful prayer chaplains are here, prayed up and ready to help you to know the truth. And so let's give some love to our prayer chaplains. You can come up at the end of the service, seek them out. They'd be more than happy to pray with you. Again, we give thanks to all of our wonderful new people who are here. Please come back and see us. Remember, we have breakfast over here. And for those who are interested, which is all of you, the luau is this Saturday night. You can get your tickets down here in Connection Central. And remember, there's cake. There is cake. You can have your cake and eat it too. Okay. All right. Let's all stand and join hands as we sing our peace song and Aloha Oe.